Hey guys, what's up? It's iRocker77. Today, as you see it, I have the review of the Speck CandyShell. First off, let me just say that this is really one of my new favorite cases. This is an absolutely outstanding case. I've enjoyed the pixel skin as well. Speck cases so far for me have just been phenomenal. So before I open up the packaging, what you are going to get, which I've already taken out, is a screen protector that's going to be inside the case, okay, and then you're also going to get a small microfiber cloth that's going to be wrapped in plastic right in that little hole right here. So just going to take this out here, and here we go. Now guys, this is one of those cases that I kind of need to go over the features before it's actually on the phone. So this is what we call a hybrid case. What that means is that it takes the two major case types and puts the functionality, the main functionality of both of those cases into one case. So the first is obviously going to be a silicone case. I am personally not a fan of silicone, but it does provide something which is very important, and that is shock and drop protection. That's something that is very important. You don't want your phone to get the shock. That's what this green here is going to do for you. This is a softer rubber than this smooth rubber back here. It's a little bit more coarse, but it's a little bit, it's not silicone. And when I first saw this case, it looked like silicone. This is not silicone. It's more of a rubbery kind of texture. But listen. So still a lot of drop protection there. Then obviously the next one is going to be a hard shell case. The functionality of a hard shell case is good in and out of pocket, and not as good as silicone, but I prefer it, and that would be the in-hand feel, along with not catching any lint at all. Now guys, getting this case onto your phone is actually quite simple. What I suggest you do is put your phone in at about this kind of an angle, okay? Then you're just going to put it down like that, okay? Make sure it's down in there. Then put your fingers here and just go like that. Okay. Now, let's go over the look of the case, and then I'll get into a little bit more of my experience. So on the back, you have a little Speck logo here, and that's kind of rubberized. Now, some people thought that this was kind of helpful when you're talking on the phone to put your finger here and talk on the phone. That didn't really help because, as you see, this is still flat. This doesn't actually poke out enough to where it's going to help you. It's not going to help you talk on the phone because it's not out enough. So you also here have this kind of engraved Speck. A lot of people didn't like that, but I actually do like that. I think that only having the Speck logo here, A, is not Speck tradition, and B, is not the best idea, just because you've got all this hard, I don't know, I just think that it's better. So, we are fully covered, pretty much. The bottom is cut out actually very nice, and the top is basically all covered, because all of your buttons, except for the home button, of course, are covered with this pretty tough rubber. Now, it is easy enough to press. You guys see it. I can press it there. But it is a little bit difficult. So, this case does have some lay-on-the-table design. It actually has a very nice lip for lay-on-the-table design. What was interesting, though, is they left you with this little sliver of chrome, okay? And that was actually really cool because it kind of added a little bit of accent to the case, and that was really cool. The thing that I enjoyed most about the lay-on-the-table design with this case, though, was that it's kind of rubberized. The reason why this helped is because if you ever have your phone in the car or on some kind of incline and you do use that lay-on-the-table design, this actually provides another functionality of a silicone case, which is grip. If you put it down, it's going to stay there, which is actually very helpful. So, back on the back of the case, you have these kind of cutouts of rubber as well. This just kind of gives the case a little bit more style, and it does look pretty sharp. And your camera hole, your chrome is cut out too, to kind of match the sliver of chrome that you're going to get on the front. Protection-wise, this case is very nice because it is a hybrid case. You see it there, that's not doing anything to my phone. Overall, this is a very, very, very nice case, and I have very much enjoyed using it. So, obviously, everything that you've heard so far is pretty much positive. Well, there are two things that I didn't like. Now, the first thing is how many scratches it gets. This thing just, I put it down like this the whole time, and it still just gets scratched and scratched and scratched. Obviously, that's going to happen with a lot of hard cases, but that was kind of a downer how much it did get scratched. I mean, you guys can kind of see that it's just totally scratched up. But other than that, I really do like I really do like this case. I plan to buy the other colors. So, last thing that I want to talk about, last two things. This was actually another kind of downer. It is a little bit difficult to get in here to get your your volume, your vibrate switch. Now, if you use the side of your finger, you can get in there pretty easily. Or you can just use your pinky, but it is cut out pretty tight, as you see. So that was kind of a bad thing. The next and final thing that I want to talk about, that there really is no way to do the case without this, is how you get it off. As I mentioned, getting it on is actually fairly easy. Well, getting it off is actually a little bit of a different story. When you're trying to take it off, I know in Carlos and Jeff and a lot of other guys' videos I saw this. They recommend that you put 2 fingers here and 2 fingers here to kind of, so that you pull up on this part that makes it easier to get out. I did not find that. I find if you put your thumbs right under this engraved Speck and the Speck logo, and then put the rest of your fingers kind of in the middle, you're able to get under there, push down, and then you can get it out. That was the technique that I found, which made getting this case off a lot more bearable. I really suggest that you do that. And I'm going to show you guys that one more time, because getting this case off is difficult, and I have found that that is really the best way. So what you're going to do, you're simply going to put your thumbs right under that engraved Speck, as you see me doing here, and then you're just going to put all of your fingers under there and push, and that's going to get it out, and everything will be good and well. Guys, it's iRocker77, it's Bennett. This has been my review of the Speck CandyShell, which overall is a very, very, very nice case, and I highly recommend you go check this case out. Guys, it's iRocker77, it's Bennett. Rap's review has been filmed. My tagged video has been filmed. I still have my White Rebel Serpent, my Speck Pixel Skin, all of these reviews coming up very soon, and I plan to shoot right now the Pixel Skin and the White Rebel Serpent. Guys, it's iRocker77, it's Bennett. I hope you've enjoyed my review of the Speck CandyShell. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Peace.